You finally stopped texting first. You finally stopped double messaging. You finally stopped chasing. And now, it's quiet. Not peaceful quiet. Heavy quiet. You check your phone again. Nothing. And your mind starts spinning. Why does this feel worse, not better? Did I push them away? Was I too much? If I stop trying, will they disappear for good? Or was I the only one holding this together the whole time? Here's the truth most people get wrong. The moment you stop chasing an avoidant is not when they lose interest. It's when they finally start feeling. You didn't break the connection. You exposed it. You're not failing at love. You're not too much. And this doesn't mean you chose the wrong person. This is the moment where everything can shift. By the end of this, you'll understand what they're actually hoping to hear in this space, and how saying the right thing once can create more connection than months of chasing ever did. Let's get into it. Most couples believe that when someone pulls away, you need to move closer, text more, explain more, try harder. But the real truth is, when you chase an avoidant, you don't create connection. You activate their fear. Their nervous system doesn't read your effort as love. It reads it as pressure. And pressure feels like losing control. So they withdraw. Not because they don't care, but because it's the only way they know how to regulate. Here's what nobody explains. When you stop chasing, their system finally calms down enough to feel what was always there beneath the surface. The connection doesn't disappear. It becomes visible. And now, what you say next matters more than anything you said before. Most people in relationships swing between two extremes. They either chase harder or they shut down completely. But the deeper truth is, avoidants aren't afraid of love. They're afraid of losing themselves inside it. So when you disappear emotionally, their system reads, "I was right. People always leave." But when you stay open without chasing, something shifts. Instead of saying, "Why aren't you texting me? Do you even care?" it becomes, "I'm here. I care about you, but I'm not going to force this." And when you do that, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having to say a word. Here's the part no one talks about. Most avoidants feel like love is something they have to earn. By being perfect, by not messing up, by not being too much. So when you constantly analyze them, they don't feel loved, they feel evaluated. Inside, something in them is saying, "If I say the wrong thing, I'll lose her." But when you shift into, "You don't have to prove anything to me," something softens. Not louder reassurance, not more compliments, not constant validation, but emotional acceptance. And that's when they stop performing and start showing up as who they really are. Most people only acknowledge presence, but avoidants live in absence. When they pull away, they assume you don't even notice, or worse, that you're better off without them anyway. But here's what changes everything. When you say, "I notice when you go quiet. I don't take it personally. I just hope you're okay." Their withdrawal is no longer invisible, and it's not punished either. It's understood. And something inside them quietly says, "She didn't chase me, but she didn't abandon me either." That's rare. That's connection. This is where it gets really interesting. Most avoidants equate closeness with control. More texts feels like less freedom. More emotion feels like more pressure. So even love can feel suffocating, not because of you, but because of the patterns they learned long before you. When you try to fix the distance, their system hears, "I need you to be different so I can feel okay." But when you say, "You're free to be yourself, I'm not here to control you," you remove the threat. Not distancing yourself, not becoming cold, not pretending you don't care, but creating emotional space. And that's when they stop running, because there's nothing left to escape. Most couples unknowingly create pressure loops. One partner feels something, the other feels responsible to fix it. And for avoidants, that feels overwhelming. Deep down, their mind goes, "What if I can't fix this? What if I fail?" So they shut down. But when you say, "I don't need you to fix this, I just want you here," everything changes. Now, connection doesn't mean responsibility. It means presence. And suddenly, something shifts inside them. Maybe I don't have to run. Maybe I can stay. That's when emotional availability begins. There's a difference most people never understand. Chasing and choosing are not the same thing. Chasing says, "I need you to respond so I can feel okay." Choosing says, "I want you, but I'm okay either way." Avoidants feel this instantly. Because chasing feels like pressure, but choosing feels like freedom. So instead of saying, "Why are you like this?" it becomes, "I enjoy being with you. No pressure, just honesty." And when you do that, they don't feel trapped. They feel invited. That's the shift that turns resistance into curiosity. And this is the one most people miss. Avoidants don't trust stability easily, because in their experience, people either cling or disappear. So they test, not intentionally, but unconsciously. They pull away to see, will you chase or will you leave? But when you stay grounded and say, "I care about you, I'm here, but I'm also taking care of myself," you break the cycle. Not overgiving, not withdrawing, not proving anything, just being steady. And that's when their nervous system finally relaxes, and something in them says, "This feels different." That's when connection becomes real. This isn't about saying the perfect thing. It's about becoming someone who no longer reacts out of fear, but responds from emotional clarity. Because when you stop chasing, you stop abandoning yourself. And when you stop abandoning yourself, you teach the other person how to meet you differently. This isn't a strategy. It's a shift in who you are. You become calm, grounded, emotionally available without overextending. And here's the truth. The right person won't need you to chase them. They'll meet you in the space you finally created. Because real connection doesn't grow through pressure. It grows through safety. And the relationship you want begins the moment you stop chasing it and start becoming the kind of presence it can't run from.